guys. Let me see here if I can find my page. Find y'all. It's been forever since I've done this. Awesome. Okay, I can see. Hey Kay, hey Sue, how are you? Can y'all hear me okay? I know it's been a long time. It's been a really long time. I've had a lot going on, a lot to deal with, and I think we're in a good place now, and I think I'm ready to start getting back to doing some real serious crafting and maybe doing a lot more steady lives. So let me, I know y'all can't see because I got a whole pile of mesh and stuff up here, and you've seen me make wreaths a million times. You know how I make them. This was more for me to get back into seeing you guys again. So so it's probably going to be a really terrible video, but it is what it is. I'm just glad to be back, and I'm glad to see y'all. Let's see here. Okay, what I'm going to do. Hey, Pee-wee. How are you? All right, what I've got a customer's order, and I've got to get this out. This is the sign here. It's a little snowman sign. We're just making a Deco mesh wreath. So 14-inch frame. I've got these ribbon sets that we're going to use. Just love them. Like I said, 14-inch frame. Then we're going to do a Deco mesh base with the woodland ruffle. And I cut these at 30 inches. Then I've got two different types of 10-inch mesh. They're both snowball mesh, but one's an iridescent and one is a regular Deco mesh. So we'll do ruffles with those on top of the woodland ruffle. I want this one to be really stacked high and really full. So that's what our plan is. Let's see. Okay, now let's get started. We can move this down. Don't need that in the way. Need a little bit more room. So I'm just going to start with the mesh base, and we're just going to take these and make a woodland ruffle and just ruffle it right up. I'm going to use a clip. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. I usually do maybe 3 or 4. Rolls and pin it, and then start on the other end and just ruffle it right up the middle. And I always start on the inside. And what I do is I alternate how I lay them in there. So I go one way and the other way. That. And if I don't preload my chenille stems, I will forget which way I'm going. So I can't see the comments over here, y'all. I know they're there because I can see it on the other one. Thanks, Sue. Yeah, I've had some medical issues I've been kind of dealing with the doctor, and you know, that's always kind of scary when you got a lot of weight gain and you're not feeling good and things aren't great. So it helps to have a good doctor. We're making progress as my business goes. Things are really good. My Etsy store is working. It's doing well. I kind of at the beginning of this year, I kind of downsized my store. I thought doing deco mesh and doing burlap and everything was too much. So I thought I was going to downsize to just specializing in deco mesh, because burlap, because that's what I love to do. So that's mainly what I'm doing anymore. And I've got 2 booths. I've got one down in Florence, which is about 20-30 minutes from here. And it's called the Emporium. It's down in Florence, and it's a neat little place. It's like a vendor mall. So I rented a booth in there. For 1 month, I had a small, like a 4x6 booth. Well, that didn't last long. I needed a bigger booth fast. So I upgraded to a bigger booth. And let me tell you, things have gone really good. The Lord has blessed me that I'm having to run down there all the time. They call me on the phone all the time, requesting more items. I have customers calling me, requesting items. So, it's keeping me busy, real busy. And then I have another booth, because I thought I wanted to give it a try. I have another one in Clinton, which is another about 30 minutes away. And it's not doing so hot, but they're brand new. They're just getting started. So I've been in there for a couple months and haven't really sold too much, but we'll give them a shot and see what happens. Hopefully with Christmas, I know people are shopping. That'll work. Alright, let's do one more on the top. We're just doing a wooden ruffle. Cut these at 30 inches. Doing about 4 rolls on one end, flipping her around. Doing 4 rolls on the other. And ruffling it right up the middle. Check the comments here in just a second. I can see y'all are typing stuff. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Kay. I'm glad you're sticking with me. I hope your son does well. Hey, Amy. I know it's been a long time. It's been a long time. But I'm glad to be back. So, like I said, I've doing a lot of burlaps. I've found a couple new vendors, but of course, you know, with this COVID, you can't get supplies these days. So as soon as I get onto something new, boom, COVID strikes. But I'm also doing quilted ornaments. And they seem to be doing really well too, so. You know, just, you gotta roll with the punches sometimes. Let's see here. And those of you that are new, if there's anybody on here that's new, my name is Tracy. I'm with Callie Mae Wreaths. Callie Mae is my cat, one of my cats. That there is Pee-wee. He's like my little dog. Everywhere I go, he goes. But Callie Mae, I used to wreath at the kitchen table, and she would sit there in the chair and just sit there and watch me the entire time. So when it came time to name a business, it was pretty obvious on what to name it. So let's see here. We'll keep alternating on here on the outside, on the other side here. Gosh, it feels good to be back to crafting again. You can see my room is a wreck. I go from one thing to another. And that's what's hard about carrying so many different types of wreaths. That I've got one space to work in, but yet I've got to have different mediums and stuff. So it's hard to get out all the Deco mesh stuff, work on it, and then put it away, and then work on burlap. So we'll see. The Lord will tell me where He wants me to go. Have anybody, y'all been out to any craft shows or anything? Where you are, have the restrictions been lifted? I know here in Mississippi that masks are no longer mandatory, but I'm still wearing mine when I go out. You know, whether or not, however you are on the debate about the masks, I think, you know, even I wear mine. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, at least it's peace of mind for me. I don't know how it can't not help a little bit, so anyway. Let's see, what else has been going on since I haven't seen y'all? My husband has retired. He did 32 years at the VA. He's a dentist. So that's been interesting. He loves to play golf as much as I do, and more than I do. I mean, he's out there playing every day, but so one of the first lessons he had to learn when he got home was that he was not the boss of me. So once we got that established, that he was not the boss of me, and things were good. Then he started to help me around the house, help me do things, find me better ways to do things, and it didn't work. So now we joke about that he has to go to daycare, adult daycare, which means he has to go up to the golf club and spend some time up there with his friends, on the range, doing whatever, but that's where he goes for daycare. And so far, so good. It's just, I think it's hilarious that we as women could run our households fine and we do great for years and years, and they brag on us and all that, but then once they come home and they retire, they found a better way to do everything. But I'm actually really enjoying having him home. Hey, Val. Hey, Lee. Yeah, okay. I mean, you have to. If you're a caregiver, you know, I just don't see how it can't be harmful. It's got to be a reason for it. And I know it doesn't stop everything, but what does? So, let's see here. Not as fast as I used to be. kind of like this Monday slot now that he's, like I said, once he's retired, now he works part-time at the dental school and teaching dental students. So he goes on Monday afternoons. So that might be a good time to do lives. That way I know he won't have plans for me or need me for anything. It's kind of quiet around here. Woo, this wreath is getting big and poofy already. All right, 3 more to go. Dang, I did it again. If y'all are new, brand new to me, tell me where you're from. And if you want to follow me, there are 3 dots that should be up in the upper right hand side. If you click those 3 dots, it should say get notifications, and whenever I go live, you'll get a notification. But I think that's what we'll do, is we'll go live on Mondays and we'll do some Christmas prep and get ready for the holidays. Kind of looking forward to that. Let's get all these over here. Finish these out. What kind of Christmas are y'all planning for? I know retro Christmas is coming back. That's real popular with your teals and brighter colors. I just love that. Vintage. Where are you going? Just don't do anything embarrassing, please. That'd be pretty funny. Alright, gang. Last one going in. Okay. Well, I've been busy making witches for Halloween. If you look on my Facebook page, Callie Mae Wreaths, there's a picture of one of the witches I've done. Man, they were going crazy out of my shop down in Florence. I can't keep them in. Every time I put one in, last week I went in, took 2 down there, put them in my booth, hung it up, and it wasn't even on the wall for 5 minutes, and a lady came and bought it. I was like, man, just give me the satisfaction of knowing I don't have to do anything for a day at least. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Now, like I said, we've got our woodland ruffle base. It's nice and full. Then I cut, this is 10-inch mesh, and I cut it at 15 inches. And we're just going to make a ruffle. I did 9 in the snowball metallic mesh, or iridescent, and 9 in the regular snowball mesh. So we're just going to alternate them right around inside. So we're just going to do the ruffles. And yes, I'm putting a ruffle on top of a woodland ruffle. I want it to be nice and full. And a regular. This will be pretty. Got another order for the same sign, but a totally different wreath. And that's what makes it neat, is you can do one way, and this one is black, white, and red primarily, and the other one that I make with the same exact sign is Christmas colors, green and red. So I kind of like that when you can take the same sign and make two totally different looks. How are we doing on time? Oh gosh, half an hour. We got to get going. Okay, are they allowing you guys at the hotel or at the hospital now, or are you guys still having to stay at home? And which I think is crazy anyway, but because I've always thought family members are going to be the most cautious of getting anyone else infected or get them sick, and yet you have employees that go home and get exposed to whatever and then come into work around your loved ones who, you know, they're not their loved ones. Just alternating and placing them in the Chanel stems. I have to remember which one I'm on. There we go. Boy, I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for the cooler weather. We got a taste of it here. This last week, we've had the Sanderson Farms PGA golf tournament here this week, and it was great weather for them. So I'm kind of waiting for some cooler weather to come. Once we get to the ribbons, then will be the exciting part. Get to the ribbons. Been making a lot of holiday bows and tree topper bows. That's been fun. Just completed a huge project for a lady that I loved it too. She wanted 2 burlap wreaths, 20-inch burlap wreaths, and she wanted them in navy blue burlap, and then she wanted a gold and navy bow on each one of those, and then in addition to that she wanted 6 matching bows to put on her stairwell for Christmas. And that was a fun project to work on. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. That kind of got me back into the business, I guess. Back into the bug. Alrighty. Got out of hand. Let's see, what else has been going on since I saw y'all last year? Oh, the big thing. I broke my wrist, my left wrist last year, playing golf. It was a hairline fracture, but, you know, it still hurt. It was still a break. So I had to let that heal. And then once that healed, from overcompensating from this wrist, this one has got tendonitis. So I've been fighting tendonitis with that. So that's partially why you hadn't seen me around either. But we are on the mend. Life is good. Things are looking up. 2020 is almost over. Thank goodness. I'm ready for some good stuff to happen. Alright, we are moving right along. About halfway done with the base. Won't be another minute or two and we'll be on to the ribbons, which is the best part anyway, isn't it? Raveling. Let's see, what was that one? We need a regular. Alrighty. Come on, don't go. Alright. I appreciate y'all spending your time with me. Like I said, I hadn't been on in quite a while. Sorry, I had to take a break. Alright. Wreathing is hard work. Alright, 4 more to go. We are in the home stretch. Trying to get ready for one craft show I have. All the others have gotten canceled. So I've got one left in November, the day after, or the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So, and that's a big show down in Hattiesburg. So I'm excited about that. So I'm trying to get and build up my inventory. So like I said, you're probably going to see me on here a lot more. It's easier to work when you have something to do. You know, I guess when I have y'all there. It's a purpose, and then it keeps me on a time schedule too. So I can't run off. Ew, fibers. That was a regular. Alright, last 2. Yay! Awesome. Last one. I don't know about that, Kay, anymore. I used to be fast, and now I'm not so fast anymore. I mean, I literally have not made a Deco mesh wreath in months, probably. from start to finish. I've made a couple bases. Well, I lied. I made that one yesterday. That was a special order. Okay, the base is done. I know you probably can't see the iridescence, but there's just enough of the black to peek through. But it is pretty, and it is thick. About 8 inches thick. I love it. Alright, so now we're going to go with our ribbons. That's the best part. And those of you that know me know I always do a 2.5 inch ribbon with a 1.5 inch ribbon. So our combo is going to be these two and these two. And I cut these at 14 inches and I've dovetailed them. And we'll just alternate those right around. I always fold them in half, crease it, open it back up, get my pinch mark, and just gather it. Now my sign on this one, snowman sign, is going to go directly right in the middle, just like this. So I want all my tails to kind of come out to the side. So keeping that in mind, I'm not going to make an X with them, I'm going to make more like a V. Because I want them to come to the outside. And we're going to add some Deco tubing in there. And this is cut about 36 inches. I just kind of eyeballed it. And we're going to add that in there also. We're going to tie it down. And then we're going to take, I've got a little dowel here, just a little dowel. Hey Bonnie, welcome. And I just take it and I twist down my twist ties, or my not my zip ties, my Chanel stems, pipe cleaners. I just curl it around there, just kind of make a little curly cue with them. I don't like to cut them. Some people do, I don't. I just prefer not to cut them. That way I know it's not going to come out, or if it does come out, then I can retie it. If I cut them and I get short stems, then I'm got a problem. Let me do this. Save myself a step anyway. There we go. And twirl them down. Now I'll go back and fluff all these back out again. Let's see. Gotta figure out a way to make all this work. Get those in there. that in there. I need another set of hands. Okay, there we go. And the Deco tubing just adds a little extra bling. A little something extra to look at. Because I'm not big on, it's just not my style to do all the twirlies and the embellishments and all that. I'm just kind of a plain Jane. More simple. I wish I could do like some of those others that put all that stuff in there. It doesn't seem, I just can't envision it, I guess. All right, let's see here. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. Alright, I'm going to fluff those out in a minute. I need to get rolling. Ooh, the snowball mesh is stringy. Gonna have to go back and tame it some. Uh-oh, what did I do wrong? That's what I did wrong. I did two of the same ones. Darn it. Can't talk and craft. Alright, now we're back on track. Hey Barbara, do you have a Bodabra? It can hold your tubing bowl for you. Yes, I do have a Bodabra, and I think it is... Ta-da! Thank you, Kay. Perfect. And that's about the only thing a Bodabra is good for in my craft room. Because I don't use it to make bows. There, that was so much easier. Thank you, Kay. Gotta work smarter, not harder, right? Okay, here's the center row. It's kind of an eclectic looking thing. So far, so good. Now we'll jump down here to the outside. Hey, Nancy. Welcome. Make up a few of these. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that works so much better. Thank you. Absolutely. A little faster too. Ooh, this thing is big. Really big. Do y'all's fur babies come in here and work with you? Mine sure does. I'm grateful for the company. Boy, time is flying by. I used to be able to do a whole wreath from start to finish, complete start to finish in an hour. Got to work on my skills. I was making tutus this morning for my little witches. And that is time consuming. Taking tulle, or tulle, or however some people say it, and then trying to get it onto an elastic band. Whew, that was something. Ooh, that's a big one. A lot of people decorate for Halloween. We don't decorate so much for Halloween around here. I like the fall and then jump right into Christmas big time. This year I think I'm going to put up 4 trees. I have one tree that is my gold and white tree, or gold and crystal, I guess. And then I have a tree for golf, which has all our golf ornaments and stuff like that on there. Then I have my patriotic tree. Since I'm retired Air Force, I have, it's red, white, and blue. And at the top, I have the red lights around the top third of the tree, white lights around the middle, and the blue lights around the bottom. It is beautiful. And then it has all my patriotic ornaments and stuff on there. Love that tree. And my tree topper for that is American flags. So that's neat. When I do it, I'll put some pictures out there. And then my last, and I guess one of my other favorite trees is my memory tree. And what my memory tree is when we used to travel, I used to get an ornament everywhere I went. And that goes on the tree, or special times or occasions we get an ornament. And then when the kids were little, now my sons are in their 30s, they're grown men, but I still have all the little ornaments that they made in grade school and kindergarten and stuff, so I put those on the tree too. I absolutely love them. I think I bawl my eyes out every year when I go and get that tree set up, because of the memories. But it's fun. I love having all those trees, and finally got where the cats are trained and they don't get in the trees anymore. Hallelujah. Okay, starting to come together. It's looking pretty good. I thought that green might be too much, having it in every one, but it actually, I think it just it's just enough. Just adds a pop of color. Just enough. All right, where are we? Hey, Becky. Yeah, I'm like UK. Yeah, I watch the Cookie Lady. Every once in a while I catch Becky. I just haven't had time for hardly anything lately. Now with all these hurricanes, Kay, how'd you guys do with the storms? And are you guys prepping for the hurricane that's coming? I think is it Gamma or Delta or something? I have to get in touch with my mom and my brother and make sure that they know that they can come up here if they need to from Mobile. And we just had one down there not too long ago. I mean, they can't catch a break. My mother's a master gardener and has one of the most beautiful backyards you'd ever see. I mean, Southern Living could come and do a story on her. It's just beautiful. She just got it all cleaned up from the other hurricane that came through. And now she's fixing to have to do it again. Hey, Chris, how are you? was just thinking about you not too long ago. Ooh, I cut this one a little long. Ooh. Yeah, Chris, it's been a while since I've been back on, but it was time to get back. My goal is to do one live a week. Probably do it right here on Mondays. It's a good time. It keeps me accountable. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to need ideas. I have a garage full of bins that have signs and Christmas and this and that. So I figured I'd just take one bin, and whatever's in that bin is I'm going to make. I'm going to do something with it. Because I would rather do that than sell off my supplies. Because I have so much stuff. So I figure what better way to do it, to use it, is to make something pretty with it while I chat with y'all. Works for me. Alright, we are nearing the end. Only 2 more to go. Oh, this is so pretty. Love it. If y'all don't mind, since my momentum's kind of gotten crushed, if you wouldn't mind liking and sharing, that would help me so much. And help me get back out there again. As they say, spread the love. Alright, last one. And then we can work on that sign, get her in there, and heck, I might make it just a few minutes over. Yeah, buddy. Oh, one more. I think this afternoon I'm going to work on some quilted ornaments. I got a couple custom orders. I got one for New Orleans Saints, and then one for a Mississippi State. Normally I don't do, all that stuff is licensed, and that's a no-no if you're going to sell it. But if you're going to gift it, that's a different story. So all right, there we go. Got a bunch of strings to trim, but I can get those without y'all. So here we go. That's what she looks like. Isn't that so pretty? Nice and full. And you can't even see through it. And the back is nice and neat. Okay. Back to our little snowman. Let me take the price sticker off of here. And I got this sign at Hobby Lobby. Thank Thank you, Sue. Hey, Gwen. Hey, Marlene. Glad y'all are joining us. Hey, Joyce. Good to have y'all. Okay. Woo, lots of strings. Makes me feel good to have friends back on here. All right. This is kind of thin. So what I'm going to do, because I like to put staples in it to attach it, I'm going to go one at the top and one at the bottom. And what I do, at the craft store, I just buy these tongue depressors. And you can probably get the wooden biscuits or whatnot. But what I do is I take and I just cut them. Cut them in half. And then a fourth. And then I just stack them. Just gives me just enough so that my staples don't poke through the other side. I'm going to take this hanger off. We don't need a hanger. And I'll show you a trick. Okay, you see how we've got a little hole there for where the hanger was? My little trick is take just a little bit of the same color pipe cleaner, cut you off just a little bit, and stick it right in that hole. The hole's filled and you can't see it anymore. Easy. You might want to put a dot of glue on the back. I don't have my hot glue gun, but I'll go ahead and do that later. But that's a little trick that I learned. Alright, let's see here. Perfect. And that just keeps it from going through. Put our toys away. Now, every side has got a wonky side, so let's find the bad side of the wreath. And I think we're going to go right here. This side doesn't look as full, so we're going to go right like that. Kind of want to go in between. Go in between all your ribbons, because you spent the money, you're going to put them on there. They need to be seen. So kind of go in between them. And tie this down into the frame. Man, it's like mining for gold here. There we go. Whew, that's stringy. we'll take this one right on down in there too. I always try to catch a crossbar. That way I know it's going to be nice and tight. Awesome. All right, now let's do a little fluffing. Make sure we got all our pretties. Yeah, this turned out really nice. Cute little snowman. Turn these ribbons out so we can see them. Fluff them up. Perfect. All right, gang. Looks like we done it. Other than a little bit more little fluffing, this order is done. We just need to pop it in the box, get the shipping label, and out it goes tomorrow morning. So, there we have it. Look how cute that is. That is adorable. I just love that little snowman. And actually I have a Santa Claus too that's kind of like it. Lots of color. And you don't need, this wreath doesn't need all that extra stuff. All the extra stuff. I think that the Deco tubing is enough. So, but anyway, there you have it. So now I enjoyed myself. I've forgotten how much fun it is to chat with y'all, catch up with y'all. So I think I'm going to do this again. I think I'm going to try again next Tuesday or next Monday. And we'll continue this on and see how it goes. I hope you enjoyed it. I know your time is precious and I appreciate you spending your time with me. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know in the comments. I'll go back and answer all the questions in the comments. I'm typing an answer, so I appreciate it. And y'all have a great week, and I will see you again next Monday, probably around 2 o'clock. So we'll see you again. Thanks. Bye.